Hey Naturals, welcome back to Go Natural English. I'm Gabby, and today I'm going to share a super practical study plan that only takes 15 minutes a day. So this is for you. If you think you don't have time to become fluent in English, well, keep watching because I'm going to guide you through exactly what to do in 15 minutes a day to improve and maintain your English fluency. This plan will help you get better at all skills, but especially listening, speaking, English fluency, and to feel confident expressing yourself in English. So whether you're busy with school, work, family, or other obligations, you can still become fluent in English. You can still make progress in the areas that matter. The key is to have a focused and organized study plan. So let's get into it. And if you would like a free printable PDF plan that shows you the 15-minute study plan, then make sure that you go to the link in the description or the pinned comment to get your bonus PDF that goes along with this lesson. Okay, first you might be thinking, only 15 minutes? Is that really enough? Maybe your teacher told you that you have to study English for an hour every day. But yes, it is enough if you have the right study plan. If you make focused and efficient effort to study what matters to reach your goals, then it is enough. So when you have a smart strategy, that means you're building a daily habit. And it's much, much better to study a little bit each day than to get overwhelmed thinking, I can't study today. I don't have an entire hour to sit down and study English. So you end up not studying at all, or procrastinating and pushing off your study plan to the weekend, but then you don't really feel like it because maybe you have other things that you'd like to do. So if you tell me you don't even have 15 minutes a day to study, then I would say to you, English fluency is not a priority. So the first step in this process is for you to decide that yes, you're going to make English fluency a high priority in your life. And when you decide that, I will show you how to do it in 15 minutes a day. When you do a 15-minute per day study plan, you are building consistency. And this is one of the most important factors in becoming fluent and making English a part of your life. When you feel like English is part of your life, that means you start feeling more comfortable, more confident speaking in English. Even if you make mistakes, it's okay. Everyone does, even native speakers. The important thing is to stay consistent and don't give up. Remember that 15 minutes of focused practice and active practice is better than 1 hour of passive practice per day. Quickly, I'll explain. Active practice is speaking, writing, producing the language. You are creating with your words and ideas in English. Passive practice is listening, reading. Now these are good, essential skills that you need to practice. And you need to do them before you start actively practicing. However, if you only are a passive English learner, maybe watching TV or movies in English or listening to music in English, that is not going to help you to become a more confident speaker in English. We have to actually do the thing we want to get better at. So remember, you need both passive and active learning. So in our 15-minute plan, we need to have active English. The goal is to do a little every day, but make it count. Let me walk you through what to do each day. And yes, this is actually what I do when I'm studying another language, like Spanish. Just the other day, I used a listening material, a song that I like, actually kind of a salsa song. You might know it. It's a new one. I'm updating my salsa. It's Bad Bunny. Baile Inolvidable. And I was listening, but not only listening to the song, but also singing along with it so I could have some active practice. Maybe you know it. No, no te puedo olvidar. Tú me enseñaste a bailar. Tú me... How does it go? Maybe you can help me in the comments. I don't remember the rest now, but I remember a little bit, and that's enough to start with. First, minutes 1 through 3. And remember, we need to make every minute count here. So minutes 1 through 3, you're going to select something to listen to. So this is important to decide quickly and maybe have some listening resources or materials ready to go. You could use a Go Natural English video. You could use a song that you like in English. You could use a podcast, a radio show, a video clip from YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. There are so many materials out there. If you feel a little lost about what to choose, I would highly suggest VOA News, that's Voice of America News, or ELLO.com, that's ELLLO, because that is my friend Todd's website. And besides that, it is an amazing place to find all different levels of English listening materials. So you get to select the listening material exactly at the level that you are, or choose something a little more difficult to push yourself, but it's organized so well. So I recommend that site. So what we're gonna do is not just listen, we're going to shadow. Shadowing is an active way to practice your English, but it's a little bit easier than other active methods because you're not creating, you're not thinking of your own sentences, you're not expressing your own ideas, you're simply copying exactly what you hear and saying it as soon as you hear it. So minutes 1 through 3 are about warming up your brain to the sounds of English and making your mouth move, warming up your mouth. Because yes, when you speak English, you're moving your mouth in different ways than you do in your native language. So it's like working out a new part of your body in the gym. So we need to warm it up. So start with the clip from a native English speaker or a fluent English speaker, and you're going to shadow. Listen and repeat out loud with the same intonation and the same speed. If it is too difficult, then go to ELLO.com or Voice of America and start with a material that is more beginner friendly. Start with a material that you can successfully shadow almost all the way through for at least 1 to 2 minutes. This is going to feel like a long time. And I highly recommend that you do set a timer, or else it's easy to spend more than a couple minutes on this. This will build your listening skills and your pronunciation skills at the same time. And hey, you might pick up a few new phrases or vocabulary words. If you chose a video with subtitles, you can use subtitles to help you with your listening skills. But I recommend trying to listen to a native English speaker material without subtitles first and see how you do. The next 2 minutes, minutes 4 through 6, you are going to build your vocabulary. So looking back at your same warm-up clip, choose 4 or 5 new vocabulary words that you heard during the last 2 minutes. If you didn't hear any new words, then the clip was probably a little too easy. Go back and choose a more difficult listening clip. So then you should be able to pick out a few new words. Now I recommend having something to write on handy, whether that is a more traditional paper and pen notebook or a digital notebook, maybe on your phone or on your laptop. Okay, so write down the new words and you're going to repeat them out loud. Write down what they mean. Write down an example sentence. It shouldn't take you too long to find the meaning of the words because after all, you're online, right? You can quickly look up the meanings of new words. The next 3 minutes, minutes 7 through 10, you're going to pick one skill, a different skill each day. So maybe Monday is your listening skill day. Tuesday is your pronunciation skill day. Wednesday is your vocabulary skill day. And again, I will write this all out in the bonus PDF that you can get at the link in the description or the pinned comment. So make sure to grab that to print out so that you can have something to guide you through the 15 minutes of English fluency study each day. If you choose speaking, you're going to record yourself for 2 to 3 minutes talking about a subject that is important and interesting to you. It could be a review of what you listened to during the warm-up and the vocabulary focus. If you're focusing on listening, re-listen to your warm-up material and summarize it. If you previously used subtitles, challenge yourself to take the subtitles off and just listen. If your focus is grammar, today you can review one more challenging grammar topic, maybe something advanced like past participle or conditional, or maybe you could learn how to use transitions better, or review a topic that you find a little challenging, whatever that may be. If your focus is writing, try writing a short paragraph, time yourself, only take a couple of minutes here, and summarize what you listened to during the warm-up and the vocabulary section of your study plan. Alternatively, you could write a journal entry, answer a question of meaning and importance to you. There's so many things that we can do with writing. It's one of my favorite activities. I also enjoy free writing, which is setting a timer for 2 to 3 minutes here and just writing whatever comes to mind. It's so therapeutic. I do this very often, not to study language, but just because it helps me get my thoughts out of my mind and onto paper. So you might enjoy doing this outside of language learning too. The key here is to keep it simple. Focus on just one skill each day, because even if it feels like you're not doing much today, after a few days, your practice will start adding up and you will see your improvements. Now, the final part of our 15-minute study is reflection. Do not skip this step, because when you reflect, that is space to grow. And so we're going to take the last few minutes here to reflect on what we just did. What did you learn? Ask yourself, how can I use this in conversation today? Push yourself to speak a few more sentences about the listening material that you used today. An optional part of the reflection is to use flashcards, either on paper or digitally using Anki or Quizlet. This way you can review the new vocabulary words that you're learning in another way besides your journal. The idea with the 15-minute study plan is to make your English study like autopilot. You know exactly what you're going to do each day. You're going to do shadowing with listening and speaking at the same time. You're going to pick out new vocabulary words, and you're going to focus on one skill each day and then reflect. 4 parts to a study plan in just 15 minutes means, yes, you have to be focused and efficient, but you're going to reap so many benefits if you follow this structure. Let's talk about what a sample week might look like so you don't have to guess what to do. Monday, focus on listening skills. Choose an interview on YouTube to shadow for a couple of minutes. Tuesday, focus on vocabulary and try using a few new words in a voice message. Do you use WhatsApp? Because this is a great way that you can prepare what you're going to say, because it's not a live conversation when you send a voice message through WhatsApp to an English-speaking friend. Wednesday, focus on speaking. Record yourself speaking at length for a couple of minutes about a topic of importance to you. Thursday, your focus is grammar, then review one rule and try using it in writing. Friday could be a review day. Quiz yourself on what you've learned. Or teach someone else who's learning English. Teaching is a great way to review what you have already learned. Saturday, focus on pronunciation. Mimic native English speakers that you hear in a video clip, maybe a reel on Instagram or Facebook. Sunday could be fun and free practice. Read a book for a few minutes, chat with a friend in English, or watch a show that you enjoy. I love listening to music in the language I'm learning, so I highly recommend that because not only can you practice speaking, but you can practice dancing and singing. And that's the key. Make it fun. Make it enjoyable. Use materials that you enjoy. Because when you're having fun with English, it's easy to be consistent and stay motivated. Learning is fun when you use content that you love. If you're into sports, use video clips about the sports that you love. Maybe interviews with your favorite players. If you love drama, then try a soap opera in English. So take a moment right now and think about what kind of materials would be fun for you to learn with. Leave your ideas in the comments because we might just inspire each other to find new materials that are more enjoyable than your English textbook, for example. Here's another tip. After your 15 minutes, make sure you leave a couple minutes to reward yourself. What would feel like a reward to you? To me, I like making a snack, a smoothie, or a cup of coffee. For you, it could be something else. Maybe you take a walk, or maybe you get to do something else fun. What would be a reward to you? I'm actually curious. Leave your rewards in the comments too. I would love to know. Use your calendar to track your daily practice. Track your study streak and make sure that you reward yourself when you reach the end of a month or maybe just a week even if you need some quick motivation. Also, right here in the comments, you could find an accountability buddy to help you check in and make sure that you are staying the course and making progress with your 15 minutes a day. If you're thinking, yes, Gabby, this is great, but I need more accountability, I need more guidance, I need you to show me which materials are best to use, and I want a community to practice with. Well, that's why I've created the Go Natural English Academy. It's a monthly membership that we are launching in just a couple of weeks, and I want you to come try it out. Come to gonaturalenglish.com and go to English Insiders. This is the membership for you if you want to be a part of an amazing global family of English learners. We can support each other, guide each other. I'm there to show you the way step by step to reach English fluency. One last thing to keep you motivated, I want you to know that this works. My student Anna from Brazil watched TEDx talks, well, a few minutes of them each day, and improved her pronunciation greatly in just a few weeks. It was a huge contrast after she practiced shadowing for a couple of weeks using TEDx talks, which are very interesting. You can find TEDx Talks on a variety of topics, and they're great for shadowing because generally the presenters speak very clearly. Tariq from Egypt improved his vocabulary for job interviews by studying job interview examples in YouTube clips every day. Jin from South Korea used short videos to practice listening every day, and then after a few weeks was able to watch movies more and more without subtitles. You can do these things too, and it starts with just 15 minutes a day. Have you heard the Lao Tzu quote that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step? Well, that's what this is all about. A single step in your English fluency study is starting today, maybe even right now after you finish watching this video. You go download the free bonus PDF of the 15-minute study plan and you start today. Stop scrolling and start investing your time a little, one step each day in your English fluency skills. You don't need hours every day. You need consistency, focus, and a good plan. So start today. Set a timer. Choose a video or an audio material that you enjoy. Use the steps we talked about. Come back here to Go Natural English to watch more videos, or if you need more focused help and accountability, come join our English Insiders community at gonaturalenglish.com. So tell me in the comments, what's one thing you're going to practice with today? What materials, videos, or audio are you using? I read every comment and I love hearing about your progress. I know you can do it if you put your mind to it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at the PDF download for you to start this practice now.